Hi guys, it's Kayla again, back with another process video. Once again using the scrappery kit Indi from March, as well as some of the PLK and BPK, which once again I've totally forgotten the names of. I'm pretty sure it was Faith and something else. But anyway, I use mainly the TSK. So I've cut the beautiful black and white striped paper and cut the middle out of it because I wanted to save some of that because I love it so much, and I'm using just some white cardstock for the base of my layout. I've sort of run out of roller tape, which I normally use, so you get to see the very fun process of me ripping off the back of tape because I have heaps of rolls of double-sided tape, so I really should stop buying roller tape until I've used it all up, but I just love the convenience of roller tape. So now what you can see me doing is threading up my sewing machine. It is always unthreaded because my son is obsessed with getting on my desk and unthreading my sewing machine for some reason, so every time I set it up to use it, it is always unthreaded. But anyway, what I'm going to do is sew around the edges of the layout. I'm not quite sure in the video why it's taking me this long to set this up. I guess I had a lot of trouble threading the needle. I've really enjoyed having my sewing machine out lately again. I had a little break from it for a while, especially when we moved house and I didn't have an area set up. It was too big of an item for me to be bothered getting out when I scrapbooked, but now it's set up all the time, so it makes me reach for it when I'm creating a layout, which is super fun because I love the added handmade detail of some hand stitching on a layout. I'm really big for that, so I've just stitched white around the edges. I must admit that I really only have ever stitched with white, but I would love to try some gold stitching. So that is on my to-do list, and I have almost bought it several times at Spotlight and thought, no way, it's way too expensive, but I think I might venture out and do that. So what I'm doing now is creating my layers behind my photo. This is one of the gold specialty papers from the Crepe Paper Confetti range, and just a warning, it's quite, because it's a heavy, like, glittery paper, it's quite thick and you will need extra adhesive to stick that down. And then I've also pulled some vellum from my stash. I always love adding vellum. I find that I use it on most pages. This is where I found that the photo was moving on that layout because it was just, it needed a bit more adhesive to stick down. So this photo is from my son's first birthday. I picked this floral and I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure I stuck with it, but I toned it down with the vellum over the top because I wasn't sure I really loved the mustard, like, bang in your face. So yeah, anyway, the photo was from my son's first birthday and it was the only family shot we got on that day, so I really wanted to make a special page about that. And that flowery big white cut is from my silhouette and a doily from my stash. But now I'm using some of the Craft Market die cuts to accent and build up some embellishment clusters. I used double-sided tape to stick this down, but I really need some fine line glue or something. I need to invest in something like that. But I knew that I liked the placement of these items and I really wanted to get them stuck, like, down so that I didn't have to worry about having to take everything off and re-stick it later on. If I'm happy with something and I know, like, I mean, I'm never 100% happy, I always like to improve on things, but if I'm happy with where it's going, I tend to stick now, just because it's such a cumbersome task of going back and having to re-stick stick everything. So now I've got the vellum and I'm pretty sure I sewed that down again, so just added some extra stitching detail, and it means that, I mean, with vellum obviously if you use glue or tape, it's going to show through. So if you have a sewing machine, it's a great way to adhere vellum down to a project without having to worry about the adhesive being visible. I've also been changing up my stitching, like using a bit of zigzag, which I think I might have done in this layout, and alternating that with some straight stitch. I'm just tidying up the back of the layout, and that's basically the base of my layout done. And this is the point where I kind of decide, well, now where do I want to cluster my embellishments? So I kind of have like probably, I don't know, a 3-step process to a layout. I pick the things I want the most, I then make a base, I then embellish. That's generally how I work. I don't consider the title as part of the process because for me, the titles are kind of an embellishment. I don't know, so I'm just using bits of these. Now I've got my tape runner out. I've got bits of these die cuts which came in the mixture of the PLK and the TSK kit. I'm adding one of the paper clips from the Maud kit, which was an April kit, and I already had it obviously at my house being packed, so I added one of those because I'm in love with them and they're just super cool. Now I thought after sticking that down that I really wanted that to be lifted up on the page, so I added some 3D foam tape to the back of the photo and just stuck that down over the top of those layered die cuts. So it's quite dimensional. I'm adding my usual black Heidi Swap colour shine on a diagonal across the layout, which is something that is probably one of my go-to designs. I loved this little birdie. That was my favourite die cut in the whole pack of ephemera. I just loved it so much and I wanted to include it on this layout. I just think it's cute. Now as you can see, I mean, this is a page of my son's first birthday. It's a typical, probably what you would consider it supposed to be a boy page, but I don't hold back from adding birds and flowers and florals. I mean, I scrapbook for me. I mean, I have scrapbooked for my son. I did his first year album, which will go in his baby box, but I scrapbook for me, and this is my memory and my memories of the day, so I don't mind so much about using feminine objects on the page. If it works, then I figure why not. This photo is quite funny. We should have taken a family picture before he started eating cake, but when he saw chocolate cake he was like, oh my god, and it was all over his face, it was everywhere. He needed a complete outfit change, which I suppose should be expected for first birthday cake. So I added one of the wooden veneer gold dipped diamond or triangle diamonds, and that is from the BPK kit, and also the resin bird down the bottom there. So now I'm just flicking through my embellishments, which are all a mix up of all 3 kits, and just working out what is left that I can put on the layout. And I've got some of these Craft Market tiny word stickers, which are from the TSK kit. As you can see, I've worked my way through that packet quite tremendously. I really love the word stickers. I could hold 20 million packets of those, but until you've bought them all, no, just kidding. I've got quite a few packets, so I should be fine. This sticker sheet's from the PLK kit, and I just loved how they worked so well with the birthday theme, and I love that balloon, so I just added it. I don't mind mixing the kits. I think it goes to show how versatile they can be. I knew that on that particular sticker sheet that I wouldn't get a chance to use the happy birthday sticker very often in my project life, so I added it to this page because obviously it's a birthday themed page. So I think I'm adding the date stamp with one of my older date stamps actually, and then I think I'll be just about done with this page and probably show you some close-ups of the finished page, and then you'll get some actual digital close-ups at the end. So thank you so much for watching another process video of mine, and I hope to be back very soon to share some more layouts, not only with these particular kits but also April and July's kits, because we had a bit of a delay with the kits and a bit of a break. So I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.